Hey, what up, guys? So I'm coming at you with the what's next this morning. We're going to talk about undefeated IBF light heavyweight champion Artur Beterbiev. As you guys know, light heavyweight's 175. Beterbiev fought in the main event of an ESPN card on Saturday, May 4th, same day as Canelo. And he took on a guy nicknamed Hot Rod. It was Radivoj Kaladzic, who is kind of weird with this guy, with Beterbiev, because he ended up dominating Kaladzic in what my opinion is probably the best win of his career. And the reason I say that is because this guy was supposed to give him the toughest fight of anybody that I remember him fighting. I've been watching this guy fight for a long time, Beterbiev. I've seen his rise up when he knocked out Tavares Cloud in only 2 rounds back in years ago. I don't even remember the year exactly, but yeah, you know, I've been watching him for a long time, and you know, both his title fights prior to this, he came in as a heavy favorite to knock these guys out, and you know, he ended up getting knockouts in the wins. But Enrico Quailing, when he won the title a couple years ago, well, like a year and a half ago, it was a 12-round fight. He stopped him in the 12th. And then last October, when he fought Callum Johnson, Callum Johnson wasn't supposed to pose much of a threat. He knocked him down early, and then Johnson knocked Beterbiev down. Now, Beterbiev ended up knocking him out in the 4th round, but he had trouble in that fight. He had no trouble with Hot Rod. He dominated Hot Rod, just would not let Hot Rod really get into the fight, and just, you know, completely overwhelmed him with his power and his, you know, just good time shots. And it was just a good overall performance, 5th round TKO. So congrats to Beterbiev on that win. So the question now is, what's next for Artur Beterbiev? You know, he's got a lot of options fighting on ESPN. The big one, obviously, is the Sergey Kovalev fight, which I think that's the best option, the one he should be going for. Excuse me. Beterbiev has taken a lot of time off in between fights. Kovalev's supposed to fight in July. I really wouldn't buy into the Kovalev being an option for Canelo next. I doubt that's really a thing. That's probably a thing for the future. But Kovalev has to deal with his mandatory #1 contender and Anthony Yarde, a knockout artist. And if he gets by that, I really think this is a very good chance of these two guys locking horns. Beterbiev and Kovalev. They don't like each other. I guess I think Beterbiev beat Kovalev in amateurs a couple times, and Kovalev's talked a lot of shit about Beterbiev over the last few years. They've been wanting to get in the ring. I think this fight makes a lot of sense. It'd be a lot of punches thrown, big punches against 2 heavy hitters. So I think this is probably the best option for Kovalev right here. I mean, for Beterbiev, is to get a fight with Kovalev, which would probably take place late in the year. Other options, you know, Alexander Vocyk is also fighting for Top Rank and is there as an option. I think that's a good option right there, a really good option. It'd be unifying titles, and Vocyk's an undefeated champion as well. You know, you got guys like Eleider Alvarez, the former WBO champ, the guy that knocked out Kovalev. He just got injured, but I'm sure he would fight Beterbiev later in the year. You got Jesse Hart fighting Sullivan Barrera. They're both with Top Rank. Most of the top dogs are with Top Rank right now. So I think Beterbiev should wait around and see about the Kovalev fight or a Vocyk fight late in the year, because now it looks like Vocyk is not going to be making his mandatory against Marcus Brown. So just a lot of options for Beterbiev if he waits around for the right one. I just want to see him fight a top 10 guy, to be honest. He has not been fighting top 10 caliber opponents. Callum Johnson was a pretty decent fighter, turns out, so far, but, you know, he dominated him. I want to see him fight somebody else good, somebody else in the top 10. I would really love to see a unification bout here. Just got to wait and see what happens. But, again, a lot of options for him fighting for Top Rank. That's pretty much, they own the light heavyweight division outside of a couple good fighters like Marcus Brown and Dimitri Bivol. But, you know, a lot of these fights are makeable. So we'll see what happens. But that's Artur Beterbiev. You've been here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm off this morning. True Boxing. Been here with the truth.